Now we will be discussing about CMOS logic families of unit 1. Right. What are the contents we will be discussing here, like 4000 series CMOS circuits, and what is high speed CMOS circuits and very high speed CMOS circuits, all these things. See, there is an upgradation for everything. Okay, if you see WhatsApp, anything, if you consider even small PUBG also, like anything, if you consider, they will be asking you to upgrade. What is, why, what is the need of upgrading? See, what are the drawbacks in the previous, it will be overcome by the upgradation, newest versions. Okay, that is the reason. There will be some drawbacks in 4000 series CMOS circuits, that what are the drawbacks in that CMOS circuits can be overcome by the high speed CMOS circuits. Whereas they also found that some of the drawbacks in high speed CMOS circuits also, again that can be overcome by the high speed CMOS, and it is like, see here, it is like TTL compatibility. That means if you see here in high speed CMOS circuits, they have designed your high speed CMOS circuit, but they are not compatible with TTL logic families. Okay, this CMOS logic families is not being compatible with TTL logic families. Okay, this ICs, high speed CMOS ICs. So that drawback can be overcome by the high speed CMOS with TTL compatibility. So here they have proposed that these high speed CMOS ICs that can be compatible with TTL logic families, and they will be having some drawback, that is nothing but speed. Okay, that speed can be overcome by the very high speed CMOS circuits with TTL compatibility. 4000 series CMOS logic family, where this is the first commercial CMOS logic family. What is the main drawback here is that it is having very low speed, but in spite it is providing low power consumption, but at the same time it should operate with a high speed also. Okay, but it is operating with a low speed. So that low speed, that is a drawback in 4000 series, that is overcome by the high speed CMOS logic families. See, okay. Next, what is your part number? Part number of a CMOS device is, okay, 74 family NN is nothing but this is your family mnemonic. That is, what is your family mnemonic will be comes under your family mnemonic means, if it is like high speed CMOS logic family, family indicates your 74 like HC. If it is like very high speed VHC, like that, depends upon that family, you will be writing that mnemonic over here. This is NN indicates your part number. Function designer, this NN indicates your function designator. That means if the suppose the same number indicates your same operation. Suppose if you see here 74 HC 30 and AC 30, that means this NN indicates your same operation, that is your 8 input NAND gate. Okay, by looking into that, like 74 HC 30 or 74 AHC 30 or 74 VHC 30, all these indicates your, this 30 indicates your NAND gate, this is your 8 input NAND gate, 8 input NAND gate. Okay, 74 is just like a company number or just numeric, it will be given. This indicates your family, which family it belongs to, whether it belongs to high speed family or whether it belongs to very high speed logic family, like that. Okay. And 54 series, as well as 54 series, like for operational wide range of temperature and power supply range for military applications. See, military applications that undergo several tests. Okay, these ICs and this 54 indicates your, see, 54 IC series means suppose they are also designing this 8 input NAND gate, so it will be like 54 HC 30. Okay, this indicates here, this is used, this IC will be used for military purpose. Okay, in military purpose, that means even small delay is also matters. So they design an IC and they go for several tests. So the cost of IC is also increases. Okay, that is what about 54 series, HC and HCT circuits. If you see here, depending upon your TTL logic families, TTL logic families will be having, depending upon your VL max and VOL max of TTL logic families, HCT is also divided. See here, high speed CMOS logic families. In high speed CMOS logic families, it is taking, that means less than 1.5 volts will be considered as logic low, greater than 3.5 volts will be considered as logic high. Okay. Coming here, where TTL is operating with low voltages, see here, that is why this low voltage is reduced from 1.5 volts to 0.8 volts. So, HCT devices takes like less than 0.8 volts will be considered as logic low, greater than 2 volts will be considered as logic high, if you see here. So, why there is a difference? Because this HC logic families is not being compatible with TTL logic families. So, as this HC logic circuit is not compatible with TTL logic families, so they come with a proposal that HCT logic levels where less than 0.8 volts will be considered as logic low as of TTL logic families, and greater than 2 volts will be considered as logic high, so that this HCT can be compatible in the sense they can able to communicate with each other, right. That is what about HCT logic families. See, this is your transfer characteristics of HCT as well as HCT. As I have already said all these things. See here, HC and HCT comes here. HC families are designed for use of CMOS logic families. See, they are used for CMOS. These for CMOS. Suppose you are operating with only CMOS logic families. All the ICs are communicating with. All the ICs are made with CMOS logic families. You can happily use this HC logic families. But when if you are using TTL ICs also, you have to use HCT ICs, right, and can operate with VCC from 2 to 6 volts. That means HC devices can operate with 2 to 6 volts. That VCC output, that VCC can range from 2 to 6 volts. Okay, whereas HCT devices can operate with only VCC 5 volts. Okay, that means it can also operate with 5 volts, right? Then why it is not being compatible? This is VCC is 5 volts. Okay, device is not quite compatible with TTL devices. That means these devices, HC devices, are designed only to recognize CMOS input levels. Whatever the CMOS input levels, that can only recognize CMOS levels, whereas it cannot recognize TTL logic families. If you see the logic levels of TTL, okay, you will be knowing it, right. It cannot able to recognize TTL inputs, it can only recognize only CMOS inputs, that is why. So, these can operate with, even though 5 volts also, the devices are not quite compatible with TTL devices, because they are recognized only for CMOS input levels. Whereas HCT device families, even though TTL is providing its inputs, it can able to recognize, okay, this is your logic low, this is your logic high. Like that, HCT devices can be able to compatible with TTL logic. As we have already known that HC and HCT, that is nothing but high speed CMOS, TTL compatibility. Now comes under here VHC and VHCT. What is this indicates here? High speed CMOS, and here it comes here, it is like very high speed CMOS. That means the speed has been increased drastically when compared to HC and VHC, speed is increased. Whereas speed is about, say, twice as fast as HCT. This is having twice the fast of HCT, and are backward compatible with predecessors also. That means these can be compatible with these families. Okay, you have been designing VHC, but it is also been compatible with HC families also. Okay, at the same time, see here also, this is also having twice the fast of this. Okay, this twice the fast, and this is can be compatible with the predecessors. That means previous versions. Previous versions, it can be able to compatible. VHC and VHCT differs from each other only in the input voltages that they recognize, and the output characteristics are the same. Only input characteristics may be changes, that is whatever the input voltages that they recognize, that will be differ, only that difference you will observe. Propagation delay, power dissipation, all these are the specifications. Suppose speed and power characteristics when operated with 5 volts. If you see here, it is like propagation delay 0 0, okay, 138, like this is your 3 to 8 decoder. Okay. So, if you take like 74 HC, see here, this indicates your high speed CMOS logic family, like 74 is some part number and 138 indicates your, it is like 3 to 8 decoder. So, I will be resembling that like 74 is like HC, 138, this is the IC of 3 to 8 decoder of high speed CMOS logic family. Okay. Again this comes under here 74 HCT 138 is nothing but high speed CMOS TTL compatibility with a part number of 138, which indicates your 3 to 8 decoder. Okay. If you see here a delay, propagation delay. What is the propagation delay if you see here? In high speed CMOS it is like propagation delay is 9 nanoseconds, whereas high speed TTL compatibility will be, high speed CMOS TTL compatibility will be 10 nanoseconds. Okay. But whereas see here from 9 to 5.2, from 9 to 5.2, see the delay has been reduced drastically, even like for nanoseconds also. Suppose it is like NAND gate, for each NAND gate you are reducing from 9 to 5.2. the delay is reduced. So, if you are accumulating some millions of gates into a single circuit, so that for each gate you are reducing around 4 nanoseconds, for if you are accumulating some millions of transistors, some delay has been reduced. Okay. That is what we will be expecting. That is the reason for very high speed circuits. Okay. So, we call it as very high speed CMOS circuit. Again, if you consider here high speed TTL compatibility is having 10 nanoseconds, it has been reduced to 5.5, means half of that. Like 3 to 8 decoder also, it is like 18, very high speed CMOS compatibility has reduced to 7.2, that means delay has been reduced. At the same time here also, like not more than 2 also, it is like here it has been reduced to half, whereas here like 3 to 8 decoder, it been from 20 to 8, that means greater than thrice has been reduced. Okay. So, that is what. So, we will be going for better opting technologies, right. Next comes under here question power supply. Okay, power supply current. If suppose 0 or 138 volts, its ranging input voltage is ranging from 0 to VCC or 0 to VCC, whereas here it takes around 2.5 microamperes. Okay, from 2.5 microamperes, whereas VHC it is taking around 5 microamperes. Okay. In the same way 3 to 8 decoder also, it is like 40 only quiescent power. At the same time power dissipation, see here in power dissipation for about suppose NAND gates and 3 to 8 decoder, if you see power dissipation for high speed CMOS is 0.0125, it has been reduced to 0.025. Okay. The same time this also 0.025 has been reduced to this thing, whereas for 3 to 8 decoder it is like same. Power dissipation, so obviously you will go for less power dissipation. What is the less power dissipation? If you see here from 22, that is high speed CMOS is having less like 22 power dissipation is there picofarads, whereas it been reduced to 19 picofarads. Okay. Whereas in high speed TTL compatibility it is 15, but even though see depending upon your specifications, suppose I want very high speed, even though power dissipation does not matter, so I will be going with very high speed SLT CMOS circuits with a high power dissipation also. Next comes under power dissipation depending upon your frequencies also. Depending upon your frequencies, the power dissipation was there, and speed into power product. What is the speed as well as power product? See, you can see here speed power product, that is nothing but it has been reduced from 0.61 to 0.38 as well as 0.50 to 0.37. So, that is nothing but like advanced versions. What are input specifications of CMOS families? So, if you whatever the input specifications, CMOS logic families, what are the input specifications? Input leakage current, minimum input capacitance, low level input voltage, high level input voltage. Input leakage current, see here it is taking only like plus or minus 1 microampere, so very less leakage current it should possess. At the same time, minimum input capacitance will be like 10 picofarad. It is having less input capacitance. At the same time, low level input voltage, see here 1.35 volts for high speed CMOS. That means low level input voltage in the sense any voltage which is less than 1.35 volts will be considered as logic low. Okay. If you see high speed HC CMOS circuits, any voltage less than 1.35 volts will be considered as logic low. That is called your low level input voltage. Here, whereas in high speed TTL logic families, any voltage less than 0.8 volts will be considered as logic low. At the same time here, VHC means HC and VHC. So, here also 1.35 volts, here also 1.35 volts. So, less than 1.35 volts will be considered as logic low. Okay. Next comes under here, we will be discussing about high level input voltage. What is high level input voltage? Any voltage greater than that voltage will be considered as high. Suppose, see here, this is your high speed CMOS logic families. I am providing suppose around 4 volts. So, if you see here high speed CMOS logic family in high level input voltage is 3.5 volts. So, 3.85 volts, but I am providing here 4 volts. Okay. That means any voltage greater than 3.85 volts will be considered as logic high. As I am providing 4 volts, so it will treat this 4 volts as logic high. Logic high. Okay. That is nothing but your high level input voltage. At the same way, here also if you see 3.85 volts, that means any voltage greater than 3.85 volts will be considered as logic high. For about TTL logic families, see in TTL logic families it is taking greater than 2 volts, like because it should compatible with TTL. So, in TTL greater than 2 volts will be considered as logic high. So, obviously in HCT as well as VHCT also greater than 2 volts will be considered as logic high. So, that is all around here high level input voltage. Comes under here low level output current, low level output voltage, high level output current, high level output voltage. That means, see here, low level output voltage as well as high level output voltage, and low level output current and high level output current. That means in low level, what is the output current that is being produced? In low level, if suppose it is taking low level, and what is the amount of the current that is produced? Suppose during CMOS load as well as TTL load. Okay, what is the output current that is going to produce? See, output current, what is the output current that is provided when you are providing some low logic? Okay. When you are low logic, if it is like CMOS load, it is providing an output current of 0.02 milliamperes of current, whereas TTL it is providing 4 milliamperes of current. At the same time, here if you see here high level output current, that means what is the output current that is being produced when the logic is high level, when the input logic is high level logic. So, what is your output current? See here output current indicates here some negative value, that means you are taking out the value, right, indicates your output current. Output current and as well as input current, these both are in negative sign. Output current indicates your negative sign, whereas input current indicates your positive. See here, and low level output voltage, high level output voltage, as mentioned here like that here also. What is the output voltage that considered to be low level? See here, in high speed CMOS logic families, any voltage will be considered, say greater than 0.1 volt will be considered as logic low, okay, as well as logic high voltage. Logic high level output voltage, that is nothing but greater than 4.4 volts will be considered as logic high. Okay. Similarly, for high speed and VHC high speed as well as high speed TTL compatibility with high speed TTL compatibility.